Alright. So yesterday they decided a DLC would come out, and it's out. I got the Buster Sword. They just give it to you when you pick up the DLC. So I just... They also added like glamoring to this game, so you can actually put appearances on weapons, because this weapon's terrible. But it's okay. It's being mirrored over the actual good one. So we at least have that.
Still alive, are ya?
Is something the matter, Karen? You seem perturbed.
I'm also perturbed when we have to talk to Charon personally.
How clever of you to notice. But yes, something's come to my attention, and I'll be damned if I know what to make of it.
Go on.
It's probably quicker if I just show you. Here.
Ooh, it's a rock.
Some sort of crystal. Though, I don't remember seeing one that colour before.
Aye, well, that makes two of us. In all my long years of trading, both over and under the counter, I've never seen anything quite like it. They're calling them dusk crystals, on account of colour.
I see. And they can be used to cast magics.
That they can. Just like their brighter, shinier cousins.
That's nice.
Difference is, they don't last as long. After a couple of goes lighting your pipe, they crumble away to nothing. That's how I heard about them. From crystal traders moaning that someone's been flooding the market with dodgy goods. And after asking the right people the right questions, and paying the right price, of course, I managed to get my hands on a sample.
I see why you're perturbed.
Oh, cool, it's doing something.
I hope. Do you feel that, Clive?
Yeah, it's an entire tremor across the place, dude. Not great. Meanwhile, outside, where the skybox looks terrible for 60% of the game's runtime. That was a joke. It's like 70% when you count side quests.
All right, lads, that'll do for today.
You hit the rocks enough.
That'll do for today.
Yes, Chief. Yes, Chief.
Let's get this lot back to town, fill our purses and then our bellies. What did you two do now?
No, we just be hitting the rocks, you know, the usual.
Please tell us you bought another lantern.
Stay calm, both of you.
It's not that dark.
Who needs a lantern when you've got one of these?
Hey, you got a little magic rock. There we go, we got one of those little orbs.
All that work for a single spark. Well, there'll be no more sampling the merchandise today.
That sounded close, Chief. Really close. Really, really close.
Now, lads, what am I always telling you? Good things come to those who run.
Wait for us, Chief!
Chief literally speaks with comedic timing installed. Uh-oh, Omega's waking up.
I've never felt a tremor this far inland before.
Me neither. But then I'd never seen skies like these till a few moons ago, and it's been all change ever since. Come to think of it, the first anyone ever heard of these dust crystals was after you lot came back from the Dominion and brought this bloody weather with you.
Do you think the two things are connected?
Who knows? Could just be that with Drake's tail gone, the black market was running short of the good stuff. The Dominion's mines were the only source of new shards.
This really is a 14 patch quest. Yes, many aspects of 16 are just like, it's 14, but you press the buttons and they immediately happen. That's about it.
Turned to dealing in stuff they'd never have touched before.
The question is, who's selling these crystals? And wait, this color, they couldn't be from Origin.
You can only access this when Origin is available.
No, that wouldn't make
and
sense.
you've done the side quest for the main, the main cast.
But if they didn't come from Origin,
I almost called them party members, but that would not be true.
That you missed one. Aye. That were my thinking.
I'll speak with Joshua.
And quick, I'd say. Get him to give it a once-over.
Right.
And I expect you'll be wanting Jill's help with this, too.
Right again. I will. Let me go and find Joshua, and we'll meet you in the shelves.
Looking around at what Jill would do. Oh, cool. They have a new jingle for, like, DLC quests. There you go. Quest destinations for Echoes of the Fallen are purple. After accepting the quest, current objectives are displayed on the to-do list. There we go.
Joshua, we need to talk. Karen's caught wind of something that I don't think we can afford to ignore.
Aye, that is troubling. Not least because the Undying made no mention of these dusk crystals in any of their recent reports.
So they weren't aware of them either.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they merely deemed them unworthy of my attention. Wrongly, I might add, for I am inclined to share Lady Karen's misgivings.
Then we'd better take it.
Also, yes, I'm using the alt costumes on all available characters
to the shelves
for this.
With our combined insight, I'm sure we'll discern something of use.
They're not massively different, but different enough.
Let's hope so.
There you are. I've taken the liberty of telling these two everything I told you.
There, can you leave now? You're like the worst.
It's hard to believe such a lusterless shard could conjure much of anything. And you truly think this came from a mother crystal? One we never knew existed?
Every other shard in the Twins did. Why should these dusk crystals be any different? Dim though they may be.
We know they first.
You spelled Telret and then had to let me know that you spelled Telret again.
Darkening the skies. So might the two be connected? Could the spell have created a new mother crystal, perhaps? A replacement for the ones we destroyed?
What do you think, Hippocrates?
I think there may well be a connection. Yet, if we are to believe...
Yeah, I just think Charon had some of the weakest quests in the entire game by far, so I was like, please go away. I'd rather talk to this guy, Wikipedius, instead.
I hazard that it was not Ultima who created these crystals, but humanity. More specifically, our fallen forebears, whose wonders litter the land even now. Legend holds that the fallen challenged the gods in order to win their power, and came tantalizingly close to doing so. It seems only reasonable that they should wish to learn the secrets of the crystals which the gods bestowed upon them.
So they could make their own.
Precisely. You may recall that the tale of the sins of Zemeckis begins with the colloquy of the sages, a council wherein humanity sought to uncover the last secrets of the gods before waging their war to learn what little remained. It is perfectly possible that an understanding of how to craft crystals was among their many achievements.
Thank you, J. Croft.
Among their many achievements, prior to their fall.
Indeed. The same enlightened souls, forged great and terrible weapons called the iconoclasts, from which icons derive their name, and turned them against each other in the Magitech War. A pointless conflict which served only to make its victors more confident of their right to supplant the gods on high. And when at last they ventured to do so, the resultant imbalance in the ether is said to have been so great that the skies themselves turned black and began to boil. The first recorded arcade sky, I suspect, which brings us back to the matter at hand. It is my belief that these shards are the product of a long-slumbering Magitech mother crystal, stirred to life by a similar etheric upheaval to the one which accompanied its creator's fall.
There's only one way to know for sure. Karen, where did you buy this one?
Down in Port Isolde, and since the Imperials buggered off and took the tariffs with them, you can find all sorts of interesting stuff on the docks. Go and have a chat with the mercenaries guarding the gaze. Your uncle's got some good lads.
I thought it said guarding the gaze. I did not look at the subs initially. I was drifting a bit.
Take the crystal with you.
Thank you.
Okay, so the ancient robot people tried to make their own mother crystal.
There is another mother crystal out there,
and it got woken up by us doing things in the plot, and that's why the sky looks like shit. That's kind of what I'm gathering based on this. Thank you for the shingy shing shing noise. Charon with $16. I'm bloody gonna. That's the first time that Charon has ever been based. I'm gonna be honest. And I'm gonna be honest, I appreciate it. Blackthorn, you could be doing so much better. I'm gonna show you a Rolex and you're gonna fucking cry and make me do 5 quests about it. Let's go, let's open up this fucking old world map and get to Port Isolde. There we go. Okay, I had a feeling it was the one on the western side. Yeah, they give you the Buster Sword if you pick up the new DLC that dropped. I glamored on it cosmetically, but it's the actual weapon I'm using is like the main game's ultimate weapon. Not the one for Final Fantasy mode. I can't say I was enthusiastic enough to want to play through the game again. Like, fully. Fluoride stare. The sky looking like that, I think, is just cause of Ultima casting Primogenesis. The effects of Primogenesis ended up inadvertently causing this thing. Yeah, I imagine it was something like that. My hope is that if we could solve this problem, this game's world could not look this bad for most of the game. Like, I do get changes in the world are a really cool way to show the effects of, like, the game changing. But also, this just looks rough, man. I'm like, can I, like, hit a button to make it look cool? Finishing up, like, all of the extra content in this game and having to, like, look at this, it's pretty flawed to me. I'm gonna be honest. It is flawed. You've reached a pivotal moment. What do you mean? I haven't done nothing. I left my house, and you're like, you've now reached the pivotal moment? Alright, let's go.
Excuse me. Who were those men just now?
Like I do a 14 patch quest and the instance drops after 5 minutes of dialogue. You scared me.
Turned white as a sheet and leg did. I chased them all the way from the gates, but they're swift as hares.
I imagine this isn't going to be too long anyway. I was shocked they already had something for this done.
Don't need their kind stirring up anymore.
I have not looked at anything about this though.
What manner of strife have they been?
Remember when KH3 had a similarly bad skybox after the DLC?
This business with the crystals.
Sorry.
After the DLC.
We've been away for a while.
They changed the skybox in like that update, but it made it look better. Thank you. I was going crazy. I'm like, what you...
the Imperials left behind dried up. Folks started.
Also, I'll say I was kind of okay with the graveyards look in the original, but the new one is way better, and I feel like evokes that game's story a little bit better.
Till the dust started turning up. That is, dusk crystals they're called.
It was one of those things where it didn't bother me a lot.
As soon as you look at them.
But the new one, I was like, oh, this is better. It's one of those kind of cases for me.
And they were baying for blood when they found out. In the end, his lordship had to step in and ban the blasted things. And we've been searching the pack of every trader who's darkened our gates ever since.
I see. And you think the men you were pursuing might have been trading in these dusk crystals?
Why, you're in the market for some. Anyway, I wouldn't rule it out. In fact, I put a few gil on it.
We might still be able to catch them.
We might. If you are heading up that way, you'll want to keep your sword handy. It's more than dodgy traders plying the roads these days.
Understood. We'll be careful.
If those men
See you later,
are
Faye.
selling dusk crystals, I think it's unlikely that they will risk returning to Port Isolde.
Which means this might be our only chance of catching
Hello, bird.
Good girl.
Nice try. Piss off, ghost. I have shit to do over here. That way. That way specifically. Just saying. Ugh, it's all pink out here.
Where are they?
Still some distance ahead, I'd wager. They were making a good pace.
Goodbye, bird.
There's another one.
Still no sign of those traders, though.
No. I just hope we haven't lost them.
Seems the second DLC will have the purple sky. Yeah, that's good.
Scaring off all our customers.
The few that weren't scared off by the skies, you mean?
Perhaps one of those merchants has seen something. Forgive me, but did you happen to see 3 men in robes pass this way?
Yeah, I seen them. Poor bastards.
What do you mean?
A gang of nasty-looking brutes was on their trail.
Caught up with them just up the road. Screaming at them they were. Your crystals or your lives and all that. Only the daft buggers kept their crystals and legged it.
In which direction, out of interest?
Up that way.
Towards the Old Hill docks. If it's help they seek there, they won't find any. But perhaps they might find a place to hide.
Let's hope so. And that we can find them before their pursuers do. Thank you. And please. Come on. They're no good to us dead.
Lead the way, brother.
I'll do what I can. It's a bit of a long trek. Okay, there we go. Our big run activated. Oops, I forgot I had that. I forgot I had that shit on. I just like getting my aggression out in different ways. Sorry, we're good. Sorry, we played a lot of Yakuza. You have to hold R2 to run in that.
So the bandits haven't found them either. There's still time.
Have I tapped this? I think I have.
Well, this isn't at all foreboding.
Hello.
Hand over those crystals.
Yeah. Trying to remember all the controls here. Here's hoping we do well.
With brigands, brother.
You're right. Let's focus on finding the traders.
Yeah, I'm still readapting, though to be fair, I did do an arcade mode run of a level, just so I could remember the general combat flow a little bit. Boink. Oh yeah, we can do that then. Yeah. Yeah, Old Faithful still works. Oh yeah, I forgot the stingers on that. I was like, what was going on? There we go. Okay, we just keep searching for him. Alright. Well, you solved that.
We got company.
Hey, do you want this? Alright, nothing in there. It is the whole circle. I imagine they wanted to hide in a building. But they might make them crouch down in a spot so they don't have to make an interior. Ah, there's another dude. Maybe they'll come out if I kill every single dude in the area. Hi. Hello. What's up, dude? That's my gooning arm. There we go. Up, shit. No, that guy saw that we're having too much fun over here. Choo choo. Alright, where was I looking? I was looking around over here. Hope they iterate on this combat style in either 17 or a spinoff. I would like them to do it in a spinoff, honestly. This kind of combat system seems more conducive to an action game, and I do not want them doing this again on a main line. But some sort of spin-off or something that takes this style I would be fine with. You know, if you start layering on some of the other things this kind of needs, like combo modifiers, maybe a weakness system. Something to do in the job, since Odin's really the only one that has something interesting to do, job-wise, with the job meter.
Don't think I can go on. Chief, all right, this should be far enough.
Alright, well, we did our sufficient amount of running. Good job, team.
Chief, they've found us. It's getting so a man can't even catch his fucking breath.
Gentlemen, a word. We understand you've been selling some crystals.
And like I told your thieving mates, you're not fucking getting them. So you could take your massive sword and shove it.
I'm sure I could, but we're not thieves.
Over here. I can smell the one who shat himself.
Ew.
If you've got a plan, Chief, tell us you've got a plan. Of course I've got a bloody plan. Good things and all that. Let's start again, shall we? You say you're interested in the crystal trade?
Not exactly. In actual fact, we were hoping to talk about this.
Is that all? Well, then I know just how to help. If you're after the short shifter, he's over here!
Are you mad?
That's a strat.
Slippery little pricks. clinkers on the ground. Quick as you like. Gentlemen, you've got it all wrong. Do we look like merchants? He's the one you want. Just look at what he's got in his hand.
Oh shit, I'm still holding this. Huh, how about that?
Wait, I'm not.
Do let us know if you need any more help.
We'll see you in a few minutes. I gotta go deal with this.
No, but they'll wish they had.
I'll carve you like a suckling pig and feed you to your fucking dog.
Kind of you.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest, that read was wonderful. Bop. Oh yeah, I should be casting too. Hold on, they got a healer somewhere. Probably you. Bonk. I forget if Raging Fist has a parry in it. I think it does. No, that's entirely predicated on me getting the timing. Then I feel like when you're fishing for parries by waiting, the enemy AI can just see you do that and just doesn't do shit. Any quality of life features? They fixed up arcade mode. They made an arcade score system that that was so not unwell thought out that all guides tell you to not attack enemies normally and should just use very specific skills, so they had to entirely rebalance that. I don't think anything changed with the actual main game at all.
North. Making for 3 reads at a guess.
They added a meter that's just like, it's a multiplier for when you use more than one different button.
After them. If they reach the swamps, we'll never pick up their trail.
I'd say it's a bit, you know, a bit unfortunate that they had to add that, but, you know, this combat system has always been like, you know, just do whatever, we don't care.
They seemed less like merchants and more like...
charlatans? One might argue that a merchant is naught but a mummer without his motley.
Then why am I not...
No one knows what the fuck that means, you dumb asshole. You European fucker. What the hell stop it. You're gonna talk about, like, bangers and mash and shit. And I'm like, shut up. Shut up, Joshua.
No mistakes. What did you find, boy?
I had to Google that word when I play this. I'm not even gonna give him the courtesy.
Clive, judging by the state of the ground, a lot more passed this way than our 3 charlatans.
Another group of bandits.
I doubt they'd leave this crystal behind. Regardless, we're on the right track. Let's pick up the pace.
Excuse me.
They wouldn't risk stopping at Martha's Rest, would they?
Not if they hope to pass unnoticed.
Then we'd better stick to the swamps.
Okay. I see him back there. Draw distance is good. We can see the silhouettes. Not today, crabs.
Then think again.
Fuck. Persistent bastards, I'll give them that. Friends, I knew those louts were no match for you.
But of course you did. Because you know what we're capable of, don't you? Now, you deal in crystal. Dusk crystal. And we want to know where you got it. So you're going to tell us.
let's assume for a moment that we are the merchants you're looking for. Why would we tell you where we procure our stock? What kind of shepherd leads a wolf straight?
Are they getting worse?
That all seems bad.
Well, that's new.
That's impossible. Yeah, Chief. Do you think someone else got into the tower? Quiet, you daft sod.
God, they're right. They really do just play Prelude all the time in this game.
I've never been there. Echoes, maybe? Or fallen rubbish? I really couldn't say. The entrance is sealed tight. No way in.
And how would you know that if you've never been there?
Look! Behind you! An Akashic monster!
If you think I'm going to fall for another one of your cheap tricks...
Clive, trouble.
What? Oh.
To be honest, I'm proud of him for not immediately looking back.
Wait, don't you dare!
I don't think Martha would appreciate that thing on her doorstep.
Probably not. Let them run then. I have an idea where they'll be heading anyway.
Bighorn. What was it, 40, 47? Jeez. Oh yeah, we have a dodge in this, my bad. Parried. Alright, let's go. Okay, I remember most of how this feels and works. Game has been solved. Frostbite. Feels good. Yeah, the Buster Sword model's pretty solid. It's got blood on it. That's raw. Just chilling out, relaxing. Alright, it's all done. Grab him. Slam him down. Finish it up. Slot machine numbers over there. Good. Dude, I don't know what I was gonna do if you didn't give me 36 magic dash.
Well, that was ill-timed. But at least we know what was chasing the merchants.
That's twice we've saved them now.
More like magic ass. Man, you guys fucking nailed it.
I don't see anyone.
I've had enough of bandits and beasts, Chief. Can't we just go home? And let those thieving pricks march in and take what's ours? What's ours? Oh, no. You don't mean... The Dusk Crystals, aye. Halleck? Marnik? We're going back to that tower if it's the last thing we do.
That sounds like a good idea.
Lights, Chief. What about the lights? First you whine about it being too dark, then you whine about it being too light. Think about how easy it'll be to mine now.
He's making a good point. The identically dressed and visually looking henchman will continue to work for that guy with Jordan's old haircut.
And you're sure they're bound for the tower? When they aren't running away from trouble, they're running towards it.
Do you know anything of the place, Joshua?
Alas, not. I have seen it labelled Sage Spire on some maps, but beyond that, the ruins are no different from any other fallen derelict. Another impenetrable relic of the past.
Not so impenetrable, apparently. Our friends plainly found a way in.
They could be living there, like we do in the Invincible.
Well, the tower is unquestionably large enough to hide 3 merchants. But is it large enough to hide what we seek?
A mother crystal.
It would go some way to explain why the area was among the first in Rosaria to fall to the Blight.
Then it's settled. We head to Eastpool and make our approach from the dim. To think there could have been a mother crystal here in Rosaria all this time. The wars that could have been avoided.
We still don't know what's in there, Clive. But whatever it is, there is a good reason it has gone unnoticed for so long. The tower sits atop a jagged ridge. Few have ever had occasion to pick their way through the rocks, even before the Blight swallowed them.
I'm gonna lose my mind. I made the tweet just now. Big news, I got 36 magic ash. Immediately, Jason goes, yo, did you get some Wyrit? And I'm like, there's hope. And I just fucking picked some up, baby. Let's go. Yet another item that tries to trick you into thinking this is an RPG. Let's fucking go, dude. Oh, it's near the dim? Okay, we can just go in from this spot. Alright, gang. Ah, yeah, the dim's the place where, like, the ether has already been completely sapped up, so you can't even cast in this area. Like, you hit the button, it just doesn't do it. Moves that are supposed to have fire effects just don't work as magic's devoid. Surprised they didn't do this more with some areas. But I guess it makes sense. If you tried to do fights in here, you can't do anything beyond, like, sword swings. All your cooldowns require magic. Imagine being called the Dim. Jordan. Okay.
Are those goblins?
Goblins!
What are they doing in the Deadlands?
I just wanted to pretend to be excited.
Look what they're carrying. I don't recall ever hearing of goblins using fallen relics as weapons.
Speaking of fighting in this area.
Welcoming gifts.
Yeah, at the very least this should be harder then, because the only thing you're going to be able to do is normal swings.
No magic. Right.
I mean, hey, you gotta turn up the heat if it's DLC, I guess.
They're even uglier up close.
You have no magic, and these things are off. Alright, so... Lubu, you have to understand. I'm trying to be charitable in my statements today. Is it just harder, or is it just kind of... Guys, god damn it! And here I was worried I was gonna be the most harsh about aspects of this game. Here I was worried about making sure I behaved, and then you motherfuckers are like... Dude! I'm fucking losing my mind. Fucking, we're making big moves here, guys. Holy shit, dude. I'm popping off. Give me another screenshot of this wonderful screen. Fucking, it's so good. Nothing can make me happier than seeing such great things like this. What are they gonna do now that I got all these sharp fangs? Fucking nothing. That's what.
Let's hope that was the last of them.
Indeed. I'd almost forgotten what it was like to have to rely on steel alone.
Clive? Joe? You may want to see this.
What?
I wouldn't be shocked if that game came out and they're like, there's base building stuff and other things to do with these materials. Otherwise, they never really came up in anything you build. Mainly because you only crap the next best weapon every, like, story point.
3 guesses as to who.
Then this must be their way into the tower.
There's only one.
Frankly, the faster they pop me out to that map and make me do the action stage, the better. Because then it's just going to be all gas. Like, they could fade out right now. And then play Prelude for the 8,000th time. But I'll be gooning. They make me click that level. Hey, look, see? I'm gooning. The real content of 16 has arrived. The action levels. In the mountain of silence do withered specters watch from on high, ever reminding us how far we've climbed, how far we've fallen. See, it's a reference to the fact this is based on The Fallen. How much is the DLC? I think it's like $10. And there's a more substantive one coming out in the spring. But they wanted to make something that was self-contained that they could get to people really quickly. So, thus we have... This is a very extravagant looking place, by the way. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. I forgot I got the New Zealand copy on this, so I had to, like, go to my vendor and buy more credit for it.
It seems somebody's woken this place.
Thankfully, the Game Awards weren't on a Friday. If they were on a Friday, I would have had to wait till Monday, because my shop closes up on the weekends.
I can tell you who it wasn't.
Unauthorized biometrics detected.
Someone's here.
Initializing security scan. Safety protocols disengaged.
Now, the music in that trailer promised me some good soaking stuff.
I think it was the tower.
Where the bad music directors, you know, aren't holding him back from making good shit. So I'm excited.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Balls.
I think my powers have returned. You? The same. There's ether here.
Will the Wikes, then 2 taps to get in here. Should probably move those to make it a bit more intuitive for me button pressing wise, but I guess it'll work. Yeah, it shouldn't take long for people to rip the tracks on this the same way it happened with the main game. Yeah, the New Zealand store wouldn't let me buy the full pack, but I was like, that's fine. I have, like, double-digit money in my account right now. All donations are appreciated. We're in a rough spot, so I was like, I gotta do this for content. But thankfully, there was a cheap option. Pop. Get him out of here.
Waken with.
Hearth Flame. Some opponents will cast the spell Hearth Flame to summon a magic sphere that protects a nearby ally. Okay, it's like their Will of the Wikes then. Enemies accompanied by that can be identified with the 6 icon above their heads. The sphere can be dispelled by attacking it, but melee strikes to the sphere will deal collide damage.
More goblins. So now we know where they got their weapons. And how long have they been hiding here?
Yeah, we'll focus on the spellcasting goblins. Get to the back of the room. Nice. I'm guessing the next DLC will have like 3 action stages in it. Because if this one only has 1, and you blow out the grid in arcade mode, that would make it perfectly symmetrical on the menu with stages. And if they don't do that, I will complain incessantly about it on release. Get the grab with Deadly Embrace. Yeah, just OCD things. I like how it's waiting to stagger until it's in a proper position. Here we go. I should have limited there, but I don't know. For some reason, I felt like saving it. This thing didn't seem like much of a problem that needed it. Ah, he got out of the way. Ah! Which one is this? Okay, it's my orbitals. That's what I'm looking for. Pop it. And off we go. Cool. The accessory for the chest right before this room's cool. I'm guessing I picked it up, so let's have a look. Accessories. Escapement bit. Reduces ability cooldown time and restores a small amount of the HP regain gauge following a precision dodge. Effect potency is directly affected by the strength of the attack dodged. Okay, that's cool. I did read in their write-up that they did add additional things that you could equip that would change combat in a way to offset the fact that they will not add combo modifiers.
Dusk crystals everywhere.
Well, that's one mystery solved.
But there's no mother crystal.
Yet. We still have plenty of tower to explore.
Yum.
I know that voice. Come on.
Oh, we got one of those, like, crouch a little bit. Oh, we're getting closer to the glowy shit.
Well, look who it is.
You seem nice.
core defense systems engaged. Initiating sterilization lockdown.
What the hell is it talking about, Joshua?
Good things, lads. Good things.
How's the DLC so far? It's alright. We're already in the main stage. It's like 20 minutes of walk to a thing in a quest, and then they put us right in here. There's some new accessories that seem to be interesting. Oh, I also got Magic Dash. Very important. And Sharp Fangs.
Hey, over here.
Do they care? Yeah, this is still the main game. It's just a quest within the main game. This place is accessible once you unlock Origin and do the main team side quests for their character development at the end game. All right, first actual boss of this place.
And while they run away, we do the fighting.
Sigma. Okay. Whew! Well, you tried. Yeah, I imagine the later DLC will be a bit more meaty. I'm gaining the sense this is probably just a small thing with an action stage, and maybe the later one will have like 3. If they do 3, the arcade mode will have will fulfill my OCD of having 3 rows of levels perfectly aligned. So I'm hoping they do that so I don't get upset. Ooh. Yeah, let's up our defense, too. Well, at least your rider kick's incredibly obvious to just completely open your ass up on. Okay, we got that too. I'm just in the air. You can't do anything about that. You kicked the shit out of me, actually. Never mind. Apologies for my own instance there. Important news. I'm very excited to hear what's going on out here. Oh, that was a good stagger. I love 14 attack phases. Oof, that hit like hell. Huh? Yeah, I should probably just use this shit when I got it. Yeah! Oof. There it is. That's the sauce. Yep, all the old moves still work. Feel good. Pull them down. Wheel it up. Okay, I do like this guy's moveset quite a bit. Alright, this'll finish him up. Oh no, he jumped out of the way. That's just rude. There we go. Yeah, Will of the Wisps with ignition feels really good. Just run the train on him for big hits. Living Tissue, Fallen Enforcer weapon. Shadowy details. Okay, cool. It's a new sword. It's a new sword, and now it's stronger than the base game's best weapon. Let's give it a check. They also brought in the Buster Sword, but it's the same power level as the other DLC weapons, so it's functionally worthless without glamour.
Initiating emergency core relocation protocol.
If I didn't know better, I'd say that was the heart of a mother crystal.
Yeah, it might be stronger in FF mode. I didn't get too far in it because they're like, okay, do all the tutorial quests again, and I'm like, I'd rather swallow acid, but you know, you do you. Lightning Rod's also good. Rhyme is also similar on the Shiva side.
Much for you. Allow me to apologize for earlier. That was ill-played. All born of a misunderstanding, though. Can we start again?
We don't need your apologies. We need answers. And you're going to give them to us.
Yeah, I was fine going for this immediately because one, people that play it will talk about it. So I'd like to see it first.
As you've probably guessed,
and also they said it was really self-contained, so I imagine it's going to have no hints toward the other one.
I've been coming to this place for centuries.
Have they now? To these ruins in particular?
Aye, well, they, talked to us, told us what this lot was all for.
And what is it for?
Well, believe it or not, the Fallen were actually using this place to make their own, mother crystal. Though, despite years of searching, all we ever found was shards.
Then, Harpocrates was right. It would seem that the Fallen did indeed acquire the god's ability to craft crystals.
I wouldn't go that far. The shards aren't exactly divine. They're not even what you'd call decent. But they're better than nothing, and nothing is what our people had before we found them. So we've been coming here ever since.
But these dusk crystals have only recently appeared on the black market. What made you decide to start selling them?
The skies. Once they went dark, the crystals started growing back, till there were more than you could count. And with the mothers all cracked, anyone with anything that could muster so much as a spark had...
Yeah, so why are women on my timeline talking about fucking them and chicken? Alta, why were you...
At a cost
to us all.
Why did you, on your private account, talk about how you would colonize HBO subtitles?
No different from the ones the world has been using since the dawn of time. And it cannot continue.
In regards to Latin American
It cannot.
video programming.
While this
Banter?
is
Okay, just a little bit of
none
banter.
what it was
Alright.
doing,
Alright,
there can
keep-
be little
keep note
doubt
on it.
that it serves his cause.
Then our
Is it
path
true the
is
Game Awards
clear.
have shown the Twitch chat and ASCII art of
So
Among
let's
Us cock
do
and
what
balls
must be
popped
done.
up?
Wait,
I'm sorry,
you
I'm
lot
I'm
aren't
way
thinking
less
what I
online than
think
you.
You're thinking, are you?
Oh,
I was busy
there's a good
watching the
chance
show
we are.
and enjoying it.
But what about the tower's defenses? That thing you just fought, it won't be the last one. And the further you climb, the worse they'll get.
It's okay. I saw the images. I just saw the images on Twitter. It's just whenever my chat's like, did you see this thing? I'm like, no, I'm good.
Sound advice, which I suggest you take.
I don't trust Twitch because they might throw an unskippable ad in front of something, and if something cuts out on a YouTube feed, it doesn't jump ahead. It'll just buffer. So it's safer when you're watching a show like that. So I've always defaulted to the YouTube mirrors, even if it is a little bit behind.
To think the Fallen built all this, the knowledge they must have needed, knowledge now lost.
This is quite nice. Hey, Stream Elements. I'm glad that you also made it to the stream, too. Guys, just letting you know, I'm checking out the FF16 DLC today. Gonna hit it up. Yeah, Twitch doesn't let you pause streams. YouTube is, first and foremost, just using its technology for its general experience. It's always had a bit of a better video experience, I would say, than Twitch, but Twitch has the live stuff, like, really figured out and really good. You gotta kind of, like, take one or the other. Yeah, the best performance thing was very much stacked. Yuri Lowenthal was quite good. I imagine the Alan Wake actors were good. I enjoyed the stuff in Baldur's Gate. A lot of really good performances. No, I have no reason to, like, begrudge any winner or loser in that kind of situation.
Onward and upward.
Forza is one of those cases where, you know, I don't go here, so I don't have as much context for it. But I do have to question, like, some things with it, based on very little that I heard of it, where it was, didn't seem to come out as well as people would have wanted at launch. But whatever, I don't go here.
Any idea what those are?
They seem to be containers of some sort.
Chocobo,
Cages.
Goblin.
Like some sort of twisted
Airy.
menagerie. But why here?
We can't let these things be released into the world of Valsthea. It's just not good. Hold on, let's check some of that other gear we got, because we did get a weapon. Might as well put it on. Yeah, it's 390. Abilities. Or hold on, we picked up a belt actually. Downs our health by 2 points, but gives us 5 more defense. Yeah, this is Allegan type stuff, where apparently they made their own Magitech esque mother crystal that we're gonna have to go break. Got awoken based on the primogenesis stuff the bad guy was doing earlier. Seems raising Origin made this thing turn back on.
How many of these things are there?
$100 they pop out of the containers. That'd be cool. I wish I had $100.
Releasing subjects Alpha to Epsilon.
Wait, they're still alive. But this tower is more than 15 centuries old.
I guess I could freeze them. Gotta head back to work. Hope the DLC does cool shit and is good. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things cap off. Thanks for coming out. I guess I could beam. These enemies are mostly trash. Get the guy up top first. There we go. Then group them up. It looks to be all of them. Nah, there's one up there.
If they built this place to grow crystals, why imprison creatures here?
Ooh, 3 bloody hides. I've been looking for those. Guess these doors were one way. I got turned around or something. Yeah, here we go. One-handed Buster Sword doesn't look right. It doesn't. But as a skin, it's kind of nice.
Device. It glows just like the doors.
Yeah, but this door first. There we go, we got a griffin. Blue. Here we go. I was like, what's the combo for this again? There we go. All taken care of. Oh boy. Oh, level up. There we go. Cool. This is my clear save, so I ended up ending the game on like 48. Active time echoes. Okay. I was about to say, can I change this stuff out where I want it? I'd like to do that. Change icon order. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. There we go, do that. There, that now I can transition through things a little bit faster. We're meant to go to that console over earlier, but I ended up getting distracted because they gave me another door option. We'll get back to it at some point here. I'm sure it'll loop back to that room. I got a cat I saw. Congratulations on the new hype mod. Smaller than me. Okay. Things change over time. Up, hello. Yeah, what's up, buddies? Beam time. Oh, you are one thick bitch. Hold up. Let's take out the raptors first. Bop, 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 bop. Alright, a little bit of frostbite, not the whole thing, but enough. Crunch! Crunch. Yeah, that stuff just does it for days. Ignition! Thank you. Okay, what's in the bomb? Nourishment bit. Increases HP regain potential when taking damage while automatically restoring the HP regain gauge. Sure, I'll put that on. Gaming's going alright. We're working our way through this DLC's action stage. Hello. We are getting closer to robots. Omicron.
They built more than one. Though it appears this incarnation can fly.
I don't know where you thought you were going. Here's the double. Five and 6. There we go. And slam him down. There we go. Get that extra stun in where we can get it. Yeah, Chad, I think they fly now. Alright, we have just enough time to get some good damage in here.
Nice try. That's better.
Up, down. Alright, everything's cooling down. We have to chill out for a little bit. There we go, well-timed frostbite. That ought to help. Said that in a, when he showed up in Dune, and the reaction did not disappoint. There we go, just had to go around it. Alright, that was, I think a little easier than the last one. The other one had a lot of really crazy kicks and stuff. Bombardment bit. Increases damage dealt using most aerial attacks by 20%. Increases maximum number of stomps from 2 to 3, or 6 if the ability is mastered. I'm not doing a lot of air combos, so I don't know if I'll use that one. But I do appreciate that they're now giving incentives for doing shit in the air.
How determined they were to conceal their activities.
I like how the weather's cooled down enough that I come into a stream wearing a jacket. Here we go.
This is all too easy. If the tower is in control, why not simply disable the lift?
What are you suggesting, Joshua?
That it's hurting us. There's an entire fleet.
I wonder if any are still capable of flight.
Mid will want to see this.
Thinking about how that mid-side quest ended and getting sad, where she's like, you know, it might be possible to make airships, but then people might use it for war, so maybe we shouldn't have a cool airship. Meanwhile, I'm like, I don't know, I'd want a cool airship, honestly. Hold on, we have a good scenic shot over here. That looks nice. Crap, there's like a photo mode in this. I believe there is. Or propaganda, KZ. I do what I can, okay? I aim to please. Ah, I see it. It's down there. But only in certain menu. Ah, okay. Yeah, if you're in attributes. Kind of wanted to look at stuff from around here. Yeah, that crater over there, I imagine, was the one that we made when we defeated Garuda. Apparently, one of the advertisements for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero says 3D battle action featuring the largest character roster in the series. That is a very significant statement for them to say, I'm gonna be honest. That's just saying that your game's gonna have 150 characters. Tenkaichi 3 had a lot. Yeah, there's craters all over the world. Rip to whatever that place was called that you fight Titan. This chest is extra important. They put it over here. Yeah, it's actual real gear. Yeah, that ups our defense by 3. Game's like, you'll RP walk through that. I'm like, I just want to get over to this. Ooh, nice. It had potions. I was worried. I was kind of eating them like candy during that first mini boss that I was bad at.
Anomalous activity detected in Hangar Bay. Mobilizing Aegis units.
We're being watched.
Hey, what's up, buddies? Allow me to prep for, the train will now be leaving the station. Ah, it's the big guys. There we go, we got the parry on the hit. The most valuable thing in this goddamn game is that move. There we go, we snapped him out before he could do the big hit. Revenge of the Fallen, don't worry, you're gonna see Omega's big fat nuts as we start beating him up on that pyramid. I was about to say, I almost read that as prototype unit evil, and I was like, that's a bit on the nose, isn't it? Budokai Tenkaichi apparently had 161 characters. Dude, you could play as Pan, and Pan sucks. You could do whatever you want. They're gonna put a Raleigh in this fucking game. She like soloed Vegeta one time. Also, they definitely called that shit Dragon Ball and not Dragon Ball Super for a reason, so they can pull for whatever they want. Despite them saying it'll have the largest roster, I'm going to hold out in my brain that it'll be the largest roster when updates are done. So I don't come in with the expectation that I can play as Apul on launch. But my hope is like 60 to 70 at launch. Get a lot of the critical ones. Disengagement bit. It indicates precise parry timing by temporarily changing the color of the target's display name. Increases slowdown following a successful parry by 20%. Oh, that's for like real parries, actually. It's like, yo, what's up, dude? My main Dr. Wheelo's about to come in. Parries hardly happen in this game because it's the ones where it's like you attack at the same time as the enemy and it bounces and does that shatter effect. So if I can get more of that, that'd be cool.
Transferring Sentry prototype
Most of the time it happens by accident.
Stasis Silo West.
Oh no, it's an infected Aramon.
We'll just have to hope those crystals it's sporting are as worthless as the others.
Ugh. Yeah. Angramenu? Yeah, that's... You might as well finally use the name on him. The classic. Oh, fuck, it can clone. Also, the fact that it's called the AM2 is really funny. They're like, oh, okay, I gotcha. Quake-ja. I better get Beast Gohan. That's one of the easier ones, honestly. That's for a big new expensive movie. We're getting that. Roulette. Oh, this is evil. I respect it, but it's pretty evil what you just did. Oh, I love how Wicked Wheel just shreds that will bar. That could have gone better. Yeah, that broke you out of it, didn't it? Little prick. That was the roulette or something like that, one of the Puppet's bunker mechanics. I didn't do any of the Alliance raids after, like, 2. I think I did, like, the Void Dark or whatever you were doing in the Heavensward one, then I just never came back. Ooh, I don't like how you've layered on mechanics on. Fucking jeez, that's... Alright, that went really bad. They're like, we're gonna add shit on top, and I'm like, okay, now this is scary. Okay, when he clones himself, he calls it All Eyes. Okay, this encounter is pretty sick. Okay, grab, down you go, ignition, and we're gonna wheel up in a second. Alright, let's finish up Old Eyeball. Ah, get out of the way at the end. There he goes. I think I've seen Joshua stand at the red part of that move every time it pops off. Yeah, his AI is not good.
Neural link lost. Re-establishing connection.
Imagine an entire war fought with these things.
The quantity of ether required to animate them all would be unfathomable. No wonder they were trying to manufacture their own crystals.
Unable to establish connection. Raising threat index.
It seems we've made an impression.
Perhaps the rest of the cages will open now.
Don't tempt fate, Joshua.
Forgive me, brother. They may not?
Is that living flesh?
I'm beginning to think this whole tower is alive.
Goblin! Hello. Let's stay back here. Yeah, we should just do all the big nuke moves. These are just trash mobs. I can't pretend to care. Assailment bit. Increase the rate in which damage multiplier rises when enemies are staggered, as well as increase the multiplier to 200. The battle technique double impact is earned upon attaining the multiplayer maximum, or multiplier maximum. Yeah, that's the most important one in the game. That's just saying, when you stagger, you're going to deal more damage by the end. Just put it on, deal more damage, let's go. Crunch. Collateral diamond. Alright, Pain Train.
sort of corruption?
I don't know, but wouldn't you say it looks oddly familiar?
The big guy. Ah, it's the other one. Ow! Fuck. Alright, let's go. Ow! Fuck. Alright, here we go. Ah! I saw him going for me. I was scrumming. That's not great. Turn it off. He's not turning in this direction. But that got the parry. That was an accident, but I will take it anyway. Name of the actual Minotaur in the original myth. I was like, hell yeah, we're in Hades now. Ah, fuck. Too late. That really was the challenge of, how can I line this up for a parry? And the answer was, no, you're bad. And I'm like, oh, you don't have to say it like that. Fire. Okay, yeah, these increased numbers are really good. Yeah, we hit the double impact with very little effort. Woo! Deadly Embrace. Alright, that was done and dusted. About to go replay the DLC with this equipment. Hell yeah, just being able to get double bonuses is real nice. Revivement bit. Improves limit break induced enhancements while increasing HP regen during limit break by 50% if fatal damage is taken while the limit gauge is full. Limit break's automatically triggered. Ah. That's good. Bit fit. Obtain all fallen bits. We'll go ahead and equip that over nourishment.
Initializing emergency subroutines. Diverting reactor power.
I think it's getting ready to receive us.
Yeah, an auto limit break if you die beforehand. It's like, it's good. I tend to forget the limit break unless I'm hitting a stagger.
Ah, there's another one of those devices.
Development log entry 750.
Oh, they're lore, so that's why I was able to miss the first one. Oops.
Average improvement of crystal resilience 492% when biological core exhibits high ethereal congruity. Specimens with a congruity rating of 7 or below are to be sent to B level for military repurposing.
Waste not, want not.
Cleared. This is them talking about turning living creatures into crystals. Yeah, I figured. Figured it'd be stuff like that. I can see why they want to do some more 14 send-up stuff since, you know, I'm sure they love Omega over there. Yeah, you got this, dog. Ultimate's like, dude, you're stealing my bit. The worm mounts orchestron roll.
They built an army.
Oh, good. They just have an Omicron just here now. There it is. Get down here. Alright, we did end up getting double impact even without using our big beam.
Secondary and tertiary firewalls breached. Code red. Code red.
Makes sense Omicron wouldn't be a real mini-boss. He was like the weakest of those fights, I think. Looks like we might be nearing the main event now. Oh yeah.
There.
The reason I spent the money to go up to that thing. Everything else was a bonus.
Unauthorized entry detected. Primary core firewalls activated. Initializing iconoclastic defense system Omega-1.
What the hell is an iconoclastic defense system? I've a feeling we're about to find out. And
that we will not like the answer.
Time for one of FF's classic super bosses. A dude that just walks around in 5. Hey, Orin Bloodstone. Oh no, it's downloading the crystal.
Core containment complete. Authorizing environmental sterilization protocol.
Well, at least we know where it is this time.
Quite. And if we want it...
If we want it, all we have to do is kill an icon.
Safety routine.
No, Ari knows. I think it's on a delay. That or it's because I'm on the other layout. Frankly, I didn't need it interrupting such an important cutscene anyway. Uh-oh, Delta attack. Oh, no, that's a triangle. That's,
Wait,
there it is. See, there you go. It's on a delay. We're good. Back to work. Well, this is starting off real bad. Oh, my lord! Get over here. Tragically, he makes so much space I can't actually capitalize on certain things. That's a bit lame. I'll just beam him. Alright, fuck him up. Pretty short stagger window. Oh, cool, he's doing something else.
Is it over? Please tell me it's over.
He's like, I'm kind of spent.
Assessment complete. Recalculating threat level. Weapon routines authorized. Rerouting core power to Omega 1.
Not yet. And what makes you say that?
Here we go.
Those new arms, for one.
Ah, the gas has been unlocked.
All right. I'm convinced.
Oh shit, it's the twinning! Fuck yeah, dude! Eat shit. Holy fuck! We put up the defensive buff too. Frostbite, bitch. Get fucked! That's a lot of balls. Parried. Wow!
Do you feel the heat, brother? Seems like it still has some fire left in it.
Yeah, there's just a lot of damage on the floor. Oh, here we go. I was like, is there a safe spot? There we go. We got one. Yeah, this one's gonna be tight. I've been losing a lot of health. Well, that'll certainly help. Fuck yeah, dude. Alright, let's watch it move. Check. Tragically, we're fresh out of new shit to do, but if we could just, yes, if we could just pop it. Wow. Whoa! Okay, this is the ball one that I can kind of stay at a distance on. Hi, I made it. Ah, damn, he's just right out of range. Hard to tell what's in range on some of these moves. They're pretty ambiguous. Well, we lost a lot of our health to that. Man, that dive bomb is very fast. I don't even have a good rhythm of getting ready for it. Once he launches, he is in your mouth. Yeah, it's better to pop this when we have it. Yeah, we gotta just do this now. Because it regens our health. The fact that this burns my limit break bar in a forced can animation that does no damage. Not a big fan of that, but alright. Thanks for the help. Shit. That's not good.
Why can't I breathe? Because it's constricting all of creation.
This sounds like a purple meter, huh? Oh, I guess not.
Clive, we're running out of room.
And dead. That's pretty rough. Yeah, I figured you'd do it here. I'd feel bad, but some attacks just did 80% of my bar, and I lost an entire limit charge off of pre-canned animation. Yeah, it is slowing down the room. There we go. Ooh, I can make that in crafting. Kinda wish there were other options to heal, so I didn't have, like, the hype of that fight kinda, like, disappear after a fail, but alright. You can't always have perfect moments, I guess. It makes up for the fact that I barely won the final boss when we played the main game.
Omega Control Unit. Offline. Initiating emergency core extraction.
Would you care to do the honors, Clive?
Gladly. For what? I thought I told you to leave this place.
What must you ruin us all? I cannot let you do that. We need these crystals. They're all we have.
And just who is this we?
We are of an ancient tribe, one of the first to lose its lands to the Blight. For countless years, we were forced to roam the Twins. A nation without a mother crystal, a people without a blessing. So we found our own. The dust crystals provide us a means to survive.
Yes, but at what cost? Like all crystals, these shards channel ether. And where do you think that ether comes from? It's sucked from the land, as a leech sucks blood from a beast.
This is the first time someone who isn't in the main cast questioned Clive on destroying mother crystals.
No, but that doesn't make what we've told you any less true. If this heart is anything like the others, it will bleed the twins of their life force, till naught remains, naught but death.
The proof is all around. What do you think robbed your people of their home in the first place? We are trying to stop that from happening again. And this is the only way.
Fuck me. You're Sid.
You saw what happened after the Empire lost Drake's head.
Didn't the bearers hate him at first for doing so? They hated him for popping in and beating up some Dhalmekian guards, knowing that they were going to be tortured for it.
Your people's need will count for naught.
But not a direct conversation of, you destroying this thing will make us put in a worse position and have us have a conversation about it. They don't really have that in the main game at all. So to be honest, they don't really have that many reactions to, oh, we blew up a mother crystal, I guess I'll move.
Damn it. It doesn't look like we have much of a choice.
But you said you didn't believe him, Chief.
I don't. But the man does have a point. There's no keeping this place a secret now. And hanging on to these crystals will only get our people killed. Have it your way then. Just promise me you'll leave my people out of it.
Stand back. It's about to get hot in here.
He changed his mind quick. Hey, this is $10. Can't go too slow. Gotta get to work.
Ethereal search detected. Warning. System overload. System overload.
Asking for Jill to do something in FF16 at this point is like going to a McDonald's saying, do you have the Whopper? Like, no, we don't have that here. We do not serve that purpose. My analogy was, imagine a burger.
I hope we did the right thing.
Imagine a misogynistic. Can't say I understand the context. The burger can't be misogynistic.
We all saw the crystal's fate, but what of the cages? We barely even explored half of the chambers.
Without the heart to sustain them, I doubt those still slumbering in the
Yeah.
tower will stir.
They're like, don't worry, we turned off the lights. None will happen in there anymore.
The last thing the world needs is one of those six-legged pests running around wreaking havoc. We have more than enough two-legged pests to deal with as it is. However blameless they may claim to be.
What? Oh, two-legged. Right. Sorry. I was just wondering what I'm going to tell the village elders when we get back. I suppose I'll just beg them for forgiveness, and when that doesn't work, give him the slip and lie low for a year or two.
You're planning to run away? Again?
What? It's got us this far, hasn't it? I mean, we may have had a bit of help, like.
Kind of you to remember. Will you and your people be alright?
Oh, we've made do without before. I reckon we'll survive. And if what you said is true, it's not like the rest of the realm's going to have it much easier. Besides, one man's ordeal is another man's opportunity, as the old saying goes.
I don't recall ever hearing that one, but fine.
Now, if you don't mind, we've got places to be.
We do? I mean, we do.
Thanks for everything.
I said we've got places to be.
Back to the hideaway, then. Karen and Hippocrates will want to hear about this.
I was thinking we might first return to the tower and see if we can...
Back to the hideaway, then.
They're like, no, searching the tower more would have been more interesting. Let's get out of here. Did I miss anything? Yes.
Back, are ya? So? Did you find out what...
It's, a long story.
Bloody hell. Remind me never to go poking round in any fallen ruins.
You don't do anything, so it would never happen.
Not only a mother crystal of human creation, but an icon as well. Truly, the study of our fallen forebears is endlessly rewarding.
They came as something of a surprise to us, too.
You can say that again. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into when we set foot in that tower.
We only knew the old stories. Of a people so consumed by greed that they sought to overthrow the gods. And I'd hazard the thing we found in that tower was conceived for that very purpose.
Omega. The offspring of the Fallen's boundless knowledge and unchecked ambition. A dangerous combination for all concerned.
And Ultima crushed them. It was he whose secrets the Fallen coveted, let's not forget. He whom they strove to dethrone, just as we strive to dethrone him now. Without their knowledge, and without their weapons of war.
Clive.
This power I've been given may exceed even theirs, but if I use it, as they did, who's to say things won't end the same way?
Come now, brother. I think the events of recent days have made it abundantly clear that we are not our ancestors, as well you know.
You're right. They made crystals. We destroy them.
In crafting their artificial art, the Fallen sought to emulate the divine. But that is not the path we have chosen.
No. We don't want to be gods. We just want to be free.
Well said. And so, I mean to write down everything you've told me to those who...
Even the part where you had to retry.
From our travails.
They should do the glowy text after this, too. Ah, that's close enough to glowy text. I'm gonna be honest, never open you finished a quest by showing me that you gave me nothing. You should have opened with the shard, frankly. Oh, it's a Clive Chamber thing. It's basically nothing, but you know. Pick that shit up. New items are available.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Let's stock up one.
Pretty sure these were already here. No, that's not new. Oh, hold on. Apparently I haven't bought this yet.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Iconoclasm.
You'll not find a better price.
Hold up. There it is.
What do I owe the honor? So, what'll it be?
Omega weapon. Use the Enforcer and the nodules. Here we go.
No scratches, right? And
change appearance out. Yeah, it's pretty sick. And to be thorough, the other one we picked up. Similar thing, but it's got more of a curved tendril thing around the center. Did they put it in arcade as well? Yeah, they did. Yeah, if they're gonna do the next DLC correctly, they need 3 more levels. And then we'll have 3 rows of this. But there we go. We can just go back to this one whenever.
It's him, I tell you. The Crown Prince of somewhere.
I'd say it'd be cooler if they tried to do some more, like, in-universe original stuff instead of just look at reference. But then again, a lot of these themes are just, like, takes on 14. So I imagine they just kind of want to put 14-centric stuff in here. The themes for the next DLC also apparently are also just using some 14 stuff in arrangement. Was the DLC pretty okay? Yeah, I think the story was pretty bad, but I actually did enjoy the boss. And it turns out that did not, in fact, fix the horrible sky filter. That was kind of my hope, but, you know, it was more hopium that they would get a clue. Omega's Fight's what you're here for. Absolutely. Stage wasn't the greatest till toward the end, because it's mostly just levels we've done before where you're just going in, like the elevators and the fallen stuff, which they already used like 2 or 3 levels on already. First 30 minutes running around after those guys is pretty bad though. Yeah, all the story stuff was pretty like nothing to leaning toward like the DLC is the first time an NPC talks to you about you breaking crystals. And a thing they forgot to write about in the main story, but aside from that, that's about it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It just reminded me about the things that leave me whelmed, or I guess cold, with the game in general, though. Anyway, we'll be back in spring whenever the, whenever the second DLC drops. There's the Leviathan-themed one that they promised was much bigger. The bigger one in spring could definitely, really get me in. But I'm generally hoping they upgrade some of the mechanics and battle stuff in here. Because even going through those fights and some of the harder ones, I find myself finding less interesting things to do by the end of the boss fights. This is not to be too cruel to the game or anything, but since all your buttons do the same and your base combo is the most generic nothing thing, if you're out of buttons to press, you're just doing a boring, like, swing for, like, 3 hits, you know? What do you give the game now? I know you give it a 10 originally. On a first playthrough, yeah. I'd give it a 7 now. I can't pretend all the boring stuff in this game doesn't exist, so I'm a little harsher on it. Me and Bridget are around the same spot, I think, for it. Nothing made me switch off Odin. Yeah. Feels like a game people cooled on really fast. Well, a lot of the stuff is only good on the first playthrough. All the side quests in this game are terrible, and they're only good in the first playthrough because you don't know what the story is about them, and then you go through the story. It's like, you know, it's like playing like a mystery type piece of media where it's like, it's only gonna really hit especially hard when you do it the first time. Because then you, like, know all the solutions, so a lot of it's going through the motions. This is that, but for the side quests. You can kind of tolerate, like, walking from one place to the other and doing the most generic, boring questing, because you're gonna, like, hear about some new stuff. But you can't really get that here. All I care about a game this long is the first playthrough. I mean, yeah, everyone's different. I put a lot of value in, like, replaying games that I enjoy. That, in general, I feel like a lot of this stuff is over-bloated anyway. So, like, when playing Ace Attorney, remembering that Just for All isn't that great? No, I'm not at all like that at all. Alright, chat, we're gonna get out of here. We've been going for a couple hours. That's the DLC. It's alright. It was worth going through so I could, you know, experience a new boss fight, which I thought was pretty hype. Alright. I don't think the credits are coming this time, chat. I don't think they want to wake up. What if I hit refresh on it? No. Alright, well, thank you to... I see. Oh, okay. Streamlabs had a moment. They were breaking, but it's okay. We got it. They're back. They're back, though. Thank you, Karon, for the $16 Norman Bloodstone for the 1,000 bits. I'm gonna head out. I'll stream again at some point soon. We'll figure it out.